Société Générale, one of France's oldest and largest banks, has long stood as a pillar of the national economy. Founded in 1864, its legacy stretches back over a century and a half, weathering wars, recessions, and the ever-changing tides of global finance. The bank's iconic red and black branding is instantly recognizable, symbolizing stability and trust for generations of French citizens and businesses alike. Every day, Société Générale provides essential services to millions, helping families manage their savings, supporting entrepreneurs, and fueling the ambitions of small businesses and large corporations across France and beyond. But this week, that foundation was shaken. Reports emerged that the bank plans to cut 1,800 jobs in its French operations by the end of 2027, a move that has sent ripples of concern throughout the country. For many, the news was both unexpected and deeply unsettling, especially given the bank's historic role as a steady employer. The announcement sent shockwaves through the financial sector and the wider public, raising urgent questions about the bank's future and the reasons behind such a drastic move. Investors, employees, and customers alike are now watching closely, trying to understand what this means for the stability of one of France's most important financial institutions. Is this a response to mounting financial pressures, the rapid pace of technological change, or part of a broader strategy to reshape the company for the future? Some analysts point to the challenges facing traditional banks in a digital age, while others wonder if deeper issues are at play. The announcement has left employees, unions, and market observers anxious for answers. For those who work at Société Générale, uncertainty now hangs over daily routines, and conversations are filled with worry about what comes next. These aren't just numbers. Each job represents a person, a family, and a career. Behind every statistic is a story of dedication, ambition, and the hope for a secure future. The story is complex, with layers that go far beyond spreadsheets and balance sheets. It reaches into the lives of thousands, affecting not just employees, but their families, communities, and the broader French economy. Over the coming days, every detail of this plan will be under intense scrutiny. Journalists, analysts, and the public will be searching for clarity, hoping to understand the true impact of this decision and what it signals for the future of Société Générale and the people who depend on it. The news didn't come from Société Générale's PR team, but from the CGT Union, one of France's most powerful labour organisations. In a country where unions play a central role in shaping public discourse, the CGT's decision to go public was both bold and calculated. Rather than waiting for the bank to control the narrative, the union seized the initiative, ensuring that workers' voices would be heard first. The CGT revealed the job cuts after being informed during a formal consultation with management, as required by French law. These consultations are designed to protect employees, giving unions a legal right to be involved in major company decisions. The union's representatives listened carefully, took notes, and immediately recognized the gravity of what was being proposed.
The union statement made the plan public, ensuring the story was told from the workers' perspective. Instead of letting the company quietly announce the cuts on its own terms, the CGT called a press conference, distributed bulletins, and spoke directly to the media. This approach gave workers a sense of agency and made sure their concerns were front and center in the unfolding story.
By acting swiftly, the CGT put pressure on the bank and prevented the plan from being quietly finalized. Their rapid response forced Société Générale to address the issue publicly, rather than behind closed doors. The union's actions also rallied support from other labour groups and the wider public, amplifying their message. The union's move was strategic: inform members, alert the public, and demand accountability. They organised meetings, briefed workers, and made sure everyone understood what was at stake. By mobilising quickly, the CGT demonstrated its commitment to defending jobs and holding management accountable for its decisions.
The The statement didn't just mention job cuts. It tied them to a formal reorganization plan, signaling a major shift. This wasn't just about numbers. It was about the future direction of the company and the livelihoods of thousands of employees. The union made it clear that these changes would have far-reaching consequences.
Thanks to the union, the first word came as a warning, not a corporate spin. The CGT's proactive stance meant that the public and employees alike were informed early and could respond accordingly. This transparency helped build trust and solidarity among workers. This set the stage for tense negotiations and public debate. The union's actions ensured that the story would not fade quietly into the background, but instead spark a national conversation about workers' rights, corporate responsibility, and the future of employment in France. A reorganization plan is more than corporate jargon. It's a blueprint for major change.
For Société Générale, this could mean streamlining, investing in digital banking, and reducing reliance on traditional branches. Management reviews every department and role, aiming to make the bank leaner and more agile, often by cutting staff.
Such plans are usually triggered by market shifts, new technology, or the need to cut costs. For employees, it signals anxiety and uncertainty as roles are re-evaluated and redundancies loom. French law requires unions be consulted, giving them a chance to challenge and negotiate. The 1,800 job cuts suggest a significant, multi-year transformation in response to the digital banking revolution. The CGT's statement highlighted that the job cuts would happen through natural attrition. This means positions are eliminated as employees retire or resign, rather than through mass layoffs.
For the company, it's less confrontational and avoids the costs and backlash of forced redundancies.
But for those who remain, workloads increase as roles aren't refilled, leading to stress and burnout. Valuable experience can be lost as seasoned staff leave without replacements. Sometimes, companies offer incentives for early retirement, making departure more appealing. The union claims there's no specific support plan for those affected, raising concerns about how the transition will be managed. The process may be gradual, but its impact is deeply felt. Behind the numbers are real people facing uncertainty and anxiety.
Even without immediate layoffs, the atmosphere at the bank will change. Morale and productivity will suffer.
Mid-career professionals may see heavier workloads and fewer opportunities for advancement.
For younger employees, hiring freezes mean fewer chances to start or grow a career at the bank.
The promise of a stable, long-term career is fading.
The impact varies. Those in digital roles may feel secure, while others in traditional positions feel vulnerable.
Every employee must now reassess their future at Société Générale.
The psychological contract of loyalty and job security is being rewritten.
Even a soft approach like attrition can fundamentally alter how people view their work. The human cost is impossible to ignore. The effects of these cuts ripple far beyond the bank's walls. When a major institution like Société Générale makes such a significant move, the shockwaves are felt throughout the entire community, touching lives in ways that aren't always immediately visible.
Societe Generale is a major employer. 1,800 fewer salaries means less spending in local economies. Local shops, restaurants, and service providers all feel the pinch as household budgets tighten. The loss of steady income for so many families can lead to reduced demand for everything from groceries to childcare, creating a ripple effect that impacts businesses large and small.
Gradual, yes, but it's a slow drain on communities and small businesses. Over time, this can lead to more vacant storefronts, fewer thriving local cafes, and a general sense of uncertainty about the future. The vibrancy of neighborhoods can fade as economic activity slows.
The move signals to the wider labor market that even blue-chip employers aren't immune to cuts. It sends a message of caution, making workers in other sectors anxious about their own job security and potentially causing them to spend less or delay major life decisions.
Other companies may follow suit, triggering a domino effect of job reductions. As uncertainty spreads, businesses may freeze hiring or reduce their own workforce, amplifying the impact across the economy.
Fewer staff can mean reduced service quality, longer waits, and a push toward digital banking, leaving some customers behind. Those who aren't comfortable with technology or who need personal assistance may find themselves struggling to access essential services.
The social impact is real, especially for the elderly and rural populations who rely on in-person banking. In smaller towns, the closure or downsizing of a local branch can mean the loss of a vital community hub, making daily life more challenging for those already at risk of isolation.
For young people, fewer jobs at major banks shrink opportunities and may drive talent abroad. Graduates and early career professionals might look outside France for work, leading to a potential brain drain and weakening the country's future workforce.
The consequences are economic, social, and generational. These changes shape not just the present, but the future of entire communities, influencing how people live, work, and connect for years to come. After the CGT's announcement, the responses from both sides couldn't have been more different.
The union was vocal, framing the cuts as a threat to workers and calling for action.
Société Générale, meanwhile, stayed silent, declining to comment until it could control the narrative.
This silence created an information vacuum, fueling speculation and anxiety among employees.
The union anticipated this, timing its leak to force the bank's hand.
It's a classic power play. The union applies public pressure, the company waits to respond on its own terms.
The lack of immediate comment is as telling as the announcement itself, highlighting the tense industrial relations at play. The CGT claims the job cuts will happen without a specific support plan, a major concern.
Normally, companies offer retraining, outplacement, or financial incentives to help employees transition.
Without such measures, the burden falls on those left behind, who face increased workloads and fewer prospects.
The absence of a support plan is a cost-saving move, but it risks damaging morale and trust.
Unions will push for a comprehensive plan to protect all employees, not just those leaving.
The debate will center on how the reorganization is handled, not just the number of jobs lost.
The manner of the transition will be as important as the outcome. As of January 22, 2026, all eyes are on Société Générale's official response.
The bank must now explain its strategy and justify the cuts to employees, investors, and the public.
The tone of this communication will shape perceptions and set the stage for negotiations.
Unions will fight for support measures and challenge the necessity of the cuts.
Negotiations will be tense, with the future of thousands at stake.
Employees face months of uncertainty, watching closely as the process unfolds. The success of the reorganization will be judged by its results, efficiency, profitability, and the bank's ability to adapt without losing its soul. The decisions made now will shape the future of Société Générale and its people for years to come.